Healthy living. This is my second video here. I just wanted to give you kind of a synopsis about what this channel is about. Some of you may know me if you come over from my other channel, or you're just kind of checking out my channel. I have another YouTube channel, Loving Life Freely. I'm also a full-time reseller. So if you're kind of coming over from that channel, welcome to this channel. I am so glad you're here. This is a very exciting channel for me. You all know that I enjoy what I do full-time during the day. But as I've mentioned in my first video, if you haven't yet watched my first video on here, my first Azure haul, please feel free to go back and watch that. One of my passions that I've had, honestly, since I was young, is just health. Being healthy all around. And one of the reasons why that is just growing up, I've had a lot of family members struggle with weight and being healthy. And I wanted to make a commitment to myself when my husband and I got married and started having kids. I wanted to make a commitment to myself to take care of the only body that God gave me, which means trying to eat healthy, exercising, and all that is incorporated with that, right? Now we're talking going on 33 years ago. I've been married 32 years, and after each of my kids, I did work out, and I was pretty consistent with that off and on while my kids were growing up. And even as my kids got older, I'd get up before they got up, did my workout, and got all that going. My issue when my kids were growing up is I thought at the time that we were eating healthy. I had no clue. I really had no clue. And even back then, understanding health and what was in foods back then is not nearly research and researchable as it is now. Now you can research anything, not just on Google, but you can watch a YouTube video on anything that's about health, nutrition, gardening, what's natural, what's in our boxes, how to read packaging on foods and all that. It just was not, expressed back then. You just didn't learn about it back then. So as our kids got older, I would dive more and more into it, but when there was more access available on the internet, which didn't really happen until around 2000, between 2000 and 2010, you started seeing that shift of people switching to doing so much more research on the internet, and nowadays that's the first go-to. We didn't even have phones back then like we do now. There certainly wasn't internet searchability on phones back then. So a lot has changed over the years as I have grown and developed in my desire to learn about health and nutrition. Now everything's accessible. And now, even over the last 5-6 years, the amount of research, and even over the last 2 years, over the last 6 months, especially the last year, the amount of research that I have done to understand health and nutrition, reading labels, understanding chemicals, processing of foods, and all of that is one of the reasons why when I decided to make the changes that I made a few weeks ago with my reselling business, my husband came to me and he said, now that I have a full-time job, and I talked about this in my other channel as a reseller, then I'm going to be able to step back, still run my business full-time as a reseller, but do what I enjoy doing, which was when my kids were growing up, being a homemaker. I love being a homemaker. I loved being involved with my kids' activities, my kids' lives. I was involved in it full-time while my kids were growing up. We did a lot of homeschooling and things like that. And since I decided to kind of change things up, and the more research that I've done, even just the last few weeks, for my husband and I decided to start a YouTube channel to share my journey with you guys here. I have done so much research about foods, and I've been watching videos and homesteading videos. My husband and I started not our first garden, but a garden this year, just to start growing more of our own foods. But I have learned so much about what's in foods and what is not in foods. These last even 6 months to a year, the last few months, I wanted to share that journey with you because I know I am not the only one. And I love sharing with you guys what I learned. And since I enjoy so much doing my channel for my reselling, I thought I'm going to create a channel to do this. Those of you who want to jump on board and come on this journey with me and watch my journey, and my hope is not that you will just watch this journey that I'm on and how I share it with you, my hauls, my workouts, what I do, what I'm learning. But I'm hoping that will encourage and challenge you to maybe rethink things for yourself and for your life and for your health and for your future and for your family, your kids, if you have kids, your spouse, your significant other, if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Just I hope that it translates into your life too. Because my goodness, you guys, what is out there in the stores right now is just so not healthy for us. So much of it is so bad for us. So I wanted to share with you in this video a little bit of a context about what this channel is going to be about, and a little bit of a personal perspective, what I want to share with you about what I've learned a little bit so far. And we're just going to continue to add to it in each video that we do. Again, my first video here was my very first Azure haul. It's not going to be my last, trust me. I've already got kind of an idea of what I'm going to be adding into my next Azure haul. I've already made some changes in our house here, and I'm going to continue to be making some changes. I will share this with you as I go. But let me kind of give you a synopsis on different categories in your house, things that could change if you choose to, things that will be changing here. And again, we'll continue to add to those as we go in future videos. Now, some of you, if you've been watching my videos on my other channel, I don't typically wear glasses. Let me kind of start off with that. When I was a baby, I had what was called the lazy eye. And when I was a baby, they actually went and did surgery on my eye. It was this one. Because what happens when you have lazy eye is the muscle becomes weak. And your eye actually goes this way or goes that way. It kind of steers off. And then when I've done some of my videos on my other channels, sometimes I've commented just gently, my eye's bugging me, it's freaking out. And you can kind of actually see my eye kind of going up. Because the muscle becomes weak and you really just have to exercise it. Well, in the process of doing all of this research that I've been doing even just in this last week to prepare for this channel and for what changes that my husband and I are doing here at home, I have learned a lot about even vision care and glasses and people's prescriptions changing and why it happens. And oh my goodness, I am telling you, the amount of information that's on YouTube. I am so glad that I've been watching videos about eye care and understanding that it's not about the eyeball. It's about your brain and the processing in your brain that connects to the vision. My understanding is that your eyeball is actually just the visual see-through for you to see out there. But what makes this worse is back here at the muscle in the eyeball and the memory bank in your brain, okay? My understanding, and I'm testing this out for myself right now. I'm going to actually take my glasses off. I am nearsighted. So my issue is I have to wear glasses to see far away when I'm driving in ACT, okay? My problem is that my vision has actually stayed the same for years now. It hasn't changed. I've been to the eye doctor quite a few times in the last several years. I would say easily the last 8 to 10 years, and my vision has roughly been the same. And it's interesting because both my eyes are roughly the same. My contacts in my prescription are about the same, and she did that because my one eye was actually a little bit different than the other eye, but she changed it so they're both the same because she says, you know what, your vision is so close that to save you money on contacts, let's just go ahead and make them both the same so that you can buy one box of contacts if you want to, budget-wise, and just have one prescription. That's the same for both eyes, which makes it easy because then you just have one box of contacts. I have been wearing contacts since I first got married. I actually wore glasses my late teens and early 20s because that's when my prescription started changing. When I got married, my husband was already wearing contacts. He had to because of his prescription. And he encouraged me, because I was getting headaches from wearing glasses, is the temples. Right here on my eyes, right here on my nose, and temples. I was getting headaches because of the pressure here and sometimes the pressure here. So he encouraged me, go ahead and start wearing contacts. So we got contacts, and I've been wearing them since. It did take me time to acclimate to it, but I've been wearing them since, and I've absolutely loved it. Well, now that I've been doing research about vision, I'm actually learning that there's a chance that you can actually do muscle workout on your eyes, do exercises to challenge and work the muscle that has relaxed so that your vision can actually get better. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you to do anything. This is just something I'm doing for myself because in the video, it talked about people who've actually been doing these exercises that have noticed a change and even gone to their eye doctor, and the eye doctor said, oh my goodness, we need to reduce your prescription because this has changed for you. Now, I don't know that my vision will change. I'm hoping, but I'm testing out these exercises to see. Because my problem right now is that if I'm wearing contacts, even though they're bifocal contacts, because my prescription is kind of a weird phase right now, because of my prescription, I actually have to wear reading glasses now with my contacts in. Contacts to see far away, and bifocals to see certain things closer up. But when I'm reading anything, I have to wear reading glasses to be able to actually read things up close, which is just ridiculous. Now, I have actually been, for the last, I would say, handful of days, I have not been wearing my contacts. For one, I've been trying to do these exercises, and two, I just want to give my eyes a rest from having something on them all the time. I actually was enjoying wearing contacts because, again, I get headaches from wearing glasses. But my last pair of glasses that I got a few years ago, the optometrist actually had me do a really, really lightweight frame, and it actually does do better for me. I never wear sunglasses purposely because they do give me headaches after a while. But now I'm not wearing sunglasses because I don't want anything blocking me from just having natural sun rays, having natural air coming to my eyes and all of that. There's just a whole nother video I can do for you guys if you want about vision. So anyway, I've been changing that even. So I'm just wearing glasses, and even sometimes I don't wear them around the house. Things are sometimes kind of blurry, but I honestly want to give my eyes a chance to just work the muscle. Just really get that muscle stronger. So vision is something that you can, think about. Okay, so let's get down the line. I kind of want to share that with you, a little bit longer explanation. Again, I can do a video on vision care. I can share all that with you guys. Let's talk about chemicals in food, you guys. And again, we're going to continue to go into further detail about all of these things in this video. This video is about health, all around health. I was really trying to figure out what kind of name I wanted to give this channel. It could have been just about workouts. It could have just been about nutrition. It could have just been about chemicals. It could have just been about these things. But for me, it is literally about daily healthy living in all aspects of your life, whether it's your hair care, your laundry care, your environment, what you're putting on your skin, your vision, what you're eating, taking care of the body that God gave you, chemicals. I mean, it's all encompassing. So that's why I did daily healthy living, because to me, it is literally daily healthy living in all aspects of your life. Okay, food, chemicals, additives, and preservatives, guys. We're going to be talking about that. It's crazy what's in foods right now. Shampoos is the same thing, guys. Oh my goodness, we can't even read the ingredients anymore. We'll talk about that. I have since changed that already. I'm not using shampoo in my hair anymore. I changed that about a week and a half ago, and I'm loving it. Cleaning supplies. Cleaning supplies is a big one. Coloring our hair, gals. Coloring our hair. I've been coloring my hair since I was probably in my mid-20s, mid to late 20s. I was actually light auburn for years. My husband absolutely loved me as a light redhead. It was a beautiful color on me, and I did that for a very, very long time. People actually thought it was my natural hair color. They absolutely loved it. And then I kind of went back to dark, I'm a natural brunette. And then I went back to kind of like more of like a darker brunette, and then I kind of lightened it up. And then with my hairdresser out here where I live now, I actually had her do like a foiling on my hair to bring it back to more of a like a highlights, and then transitioning it to just like a natural kind of brunette, lighter highlights color, so that when I'm transitioning here, and I knew back then and even recently that it was chemicals. But after watching some videos, I really had no idea what those chemicals could possibly be doing. And we will talk about that too in a video. I have since stopped coloring my hair. My husband finally came to me, I don't know, maybe about a year and a half ago. He was like, I really, actually, no, he came to me about 2.5, 3 years ago. Because I actually decided to just let my hair grow naturally, just let the gray show. And he told me, he says, babe, I really like your gray. It's natural and I love it. You are beautiful the way you are. I love your gray. It's very sexy. And I really wish you'd stop coloring your hair. And I did it for a while, but I wasn't comfortable with it. The whole thing about out in society having gray hair is just a negative thing and all that. And I was taking to it like a lot of us women are, right? So I went back and colored my hair again, and my husband wasn't very happy about it. He really enjoyed my gray hair. And then about a year ago, he looked at me and says, you know what, babe? I really, really want you to stop coloring your hair. It's not just that I love your gray hair, and it's very attractive to me, and it looks beautiful on you, but I know it's in those chemicals that you are using to color your hair, and I know what it could be doing to your body. I really, really want you to stop doing that to your hair and letting that seep into your pores in your head. So I did, and I'm so glad I did. I'm not going back. I'm not. I love my gray hair. Yes, it took some time to adjust to it. But you know what? For me, it's not just the visual, but it's accepting that us women, you ladies, we are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. And gray hair is a sign of wisdom, according to the Bible. And is also a beautiful thing. Gray hair is a beautiful thing. And I want us women to start being comfortable with who we are as a person. Our looks, the way God made us, our personalities, how we project ourselves. Now, granted, sometimes we have things to work on. That's not what this is about. But when you start going gray, accept that you are beautifully and wonderfully made, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Okay? So, it's been about a year now, and my husband loves it. I'm okay with it. Eventually, all of this will just be natural and just what it is, right? Okay, so coloring hair, again, there'll be more videos about that. Workouts. I mentioned earlier in the video that I do work out. And honestly, guys, for me, it's not a vanity thing. Yes, I like taking care of myself. Yes, I do enjoy being thinner. Honestly, though, my body's gone through some changes in the last few years. And as women, when your body chemistry changes, your body has to acclimate to certain things, okay? But also, because I was still eating a lot of things, I had started gaining some weight. Even from what I had stayed at, even after having my kids. I had gained about 20, 25 pounds, and I have not been happy about it, and it showed. I'm not heavy, but I'm not what I used to be. And also watching the videos I've been watching lately from a couple and eating healthier. I mean, it's just part of our problem, guys, is the food that we're eating and what's in the food that we're eating and what the food isn't. Okay, that's part of what's causing a lot of us to gain weight. On top of eating out, sugars, and all of that's involved. Again, we're going to dive into that even more. But I do work out. And one of the reasons why I do work out is I do think it's really, really important to exercise, get cardio, get oxygenation into your bloodstream, work your muscles to keep your muscles strong. Because as you age, I do think it is important to continually work your muscles and keep your muscles strong, not let them atrophy. So eating healthy and working the muscle to keep the muscle tone going, I do think is absolutely important, man or woman, as you get older, no matter what your age is. Even in your 20s and 30s, I think as you're aging and getting older, no matter what your age is, I think you should really be mindful of taking care of the only body that God gave you. And that means exercising the muscles, getting oxygenation to the bloodstream, walking, and just doing all those sorts of things. And yeah, I've actually been enjoying using bands on my workout lately. I do use weights. I'm not a huge cardio girl. I would actually rather just walk than do cardio, although some of my cardio is in, you do kind of get your blood pumping when you do weights. But I enjoy my workouts, and I can tell when I don't work out, like if I go on a trip or something with my husband, go see my kids or something, and I don't work out for a week or two, I feel it, and my body craves the workout. When I get back home and I dive back into it, oh my gosh, it's just so rejuvenating. I enjoy my workouts, and now I do get up between 4:30 and 5. The first thing I do, guys, I already have my clothes laid out. I throw my clothes on, and the first thing I do after I feed my animals and brush my teeth and do all that stuff, my first thing is I do my workout. Okay, it's the very first thing I do, and I do it first thing in the morning like that, so I don't have to break during the day to do it. It's just already done. It sets me in the mood for my day, and I can shower if I sweat, and do all that and just get all that taken care of so I don't have to stop midday and worry about whether or not if I sweat or not. And then right after that, I do shower and get all that stuff done, and then I do my Bible reading and my quiet time with the Lord. Okay, let's talk about sugars and addiction, guys. The stuff that's in our foods is addicting. We're going to talk about that more in future videos too, you guys. I'm so excited about sharing this journey with y'all. And you know what? I'm hoping that you guys want to learn about this. We need to learn about this, guys. We need to learn about what's making our country unhealthy. We need to learn about why other countries who didn't used to have fast foods in their countries, who now have fast foods in their countries, are now becoming unhealthy like Americans. It's because of our food, guys. It's because of our fast food going through drive-through. You can even eat pizza and pizza be healthy, guys. It's the ingredients you're using. It's the ingredients you're using. We'll get into all this, guys. Yeah, so that's just kind of a synopsis about what we're going to be talking about. Of course, we're going to be doing those Yerk hauls. If I do other food healthy hauls, I'll share those with you. If I buy ingredients or items for other parts of my house, we're going to do a video about laundry care, about deodorants, toothpaste, different types of soaps that you can use instead of using cleaning supplies. There's so many different things, you guys. So many different ways to get chemicals out of your house. And yes, those chemicals are making a difference, guys. Those chemicals are making a difference in your body. They're not good for you at all. If this is of interest to you guys, please do subscribe. I'm so excited to share this journey with you. If you're watching this video and you have not yet subscribed, please do so. I'm excited about sharing this, guys. And I want the word to get spread. I want people to be healthy. I don't want to just be healthy. I want my kids to be healthy. I already have my middle daughter. We have 6 kids. We have 6 kids and 5 grandkids. All of our kids are grown. 2 of our daughters already have kids. One of them has 3 and one of them has 2. And my daughter who lives in Montana who has 2 kids. Her kids are, let me see, Abigail's turning 3. And little George is a year old now. She is a lot like me. She's very much into taking care of herself. She's even changed a lot since she's been married. She's been married for a few years now. So when she got pregnant with her first, about 1.5 years after she got married, and as soon as she got pregnant, she started thinking naturally. And they eat pretty healthy. She eats pretty healthy. They live in Montana. Most of her foods that she eats, they eat mainly meats and vegetables. They've been doing that for about 1.5 years now. And they're pretty healthy. She has stayed trim after 2 kids. She takes care of herself. And she's also working on getting a lot of chemicals out of their house and doing things naturally. Her and I communicate a lot back and forth just about different things, where you can buy certain things. We do communicate a lot. My youngest daughter is thinking more about it. My oldest daughter is kind of into it. She's got some other things that she's kind of working through. But she's very busy right now, just trying to take care of herself. And figuring out homeschooling for her kids too, because her kids are a little bit older. She's already got 2 kids in the school age, so she's kind of focused on that right now. But yeah, my kids, I want my kids to be healthy. I want my grandkids to be healthy, you guys. I want your kids and your grandkids to be healthy. I want our next generation to not be so obsessed with processed foods and not be addicted to sugars, because our body's so conditioned to it. You actually have to flush your body out. Again, we'll talk about all this stuff, you guys. But I did, again, just wanted to share this with you guys. I didn't want this video to be too long. I am going to try and keep the videos on this channel short. I don't want them to be too long for you guys. I'm so excited. Again, give this video a thumbs up if this was a blessing to you. And if you're excited about future videos, please, like I said, do subscribe. I will be placing my next Azure haul probably in the next week or so. Going to be getting some more things in. Like I said, if you haven't watched the first one, please do. I'm going to be making some more homemade bread soon. I've already made my first loaf. My husband absolutely loved it. He is a bread guy. He likes sandwiches, and he was so thrilled that I was making homemade bread. And you don't even have to have a machine to make it, guys. It's so super easy. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.